whole show. You went from let's make a deal with the drunk lift chick to Hardcore Henry.
Look, it's first person.
I bet it is. I bet it's POV. I bet that's really what you're into.
Yeah, but there's like 80 money shots in the whole film.
Again, not surprised. Oh wait, what are you talking about?
Actually, I'm kind of this film Hardcore Henry where it's like all first person. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a video game movie, whatever.
But they've never made. Okay, first of all, if you listen to this week's episode of Junk Food Cinema from ScrewJix.com,
and you should,
we talk about a video game movie which is Mortal Kombat. The thing is, there's never been a good, legitimately, objectively good video game movie ever made. Jeff, am I right? Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, there's only been one or two that have even attempted the idea of the first person. One of them being the Doom movie with The Rock.
Yeah.
And the other one being, I can't
Which was terrible.
Which was terrible, but you know what? Has one of the greatest lines in cinema history where The Rock gets grabbed by an alien and says, "I'm not supposed to die." Which is correct. He's The Rock. The Rock does not die in movies. So the fact that The Rock looks at the camera and says, "I'm not supposed to die," is a great first-person POV meta breaking the wall moment. That's as close to anything first-person related in a video game movie. So people saying Hardcore Henry doesn't work because it's too much like a video game have clearly not seen enough video game movies, because that is not a gimmick that's replicated in video game movies, even if that is the central trope of the video game it's adapted.
Well, I don't want to sit here and give another review. You can see that on oneofus.net where we have a review of it. But I did generally like it. My fear is, like, you know when the Blair Witch Project came out and everyone was like, yeah, that was alright, but I hope this doesn't become a thing that everybody's doing.
Let's not make this a thing.
Let's not make this a thing.
You want to have a one-night stand with Hardcore Henry, you don't want to make this a thing.
No, you don't want, like 50 movies a month that are filmed with the GoPro.
Sure.
And that's my fear of, like, the possible success of this film, which comes out, just came out tonight, pretty much.
Tonight. One of us, that show exclusive.
I don't want to see a billion fucking GoPro movies.
Sure, I get that.
Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out by the whole conceit. It made me want to not like the film and give it a bad review just based on that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you 6 months from now it was fine. Just don't pay to see it in the theater.
Yeah, no more
That's
GoPro
a terrible
movies.
thing to say.
I feel like most GoPro movies at this point, moving forward, would just be people filming their cats. So I think we're okay.
Shit. Note to self, cancel project.
Note to self, Chris actually wants to see a shit ton of GoPro movies as long as they're all about people's cats.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is something that would be even tenable?
I don't. I think that the whole thing with the found footage horror films is that it naturally removed the safety net of the one safety net that every horror film has is you are very potently aware that it is a movie. So moving into found footage sort of blurred the line between reality and fiction. It was like sort of the last, like as boldly going where no man had gone before. The last uncharted territory, but I don't feel that action movies need to be first-person perspective to make them more exciting. And we've seen that with movies like The Raid and you know, so many other action films that have focused more on the martial arts and what's exciting about that. We don't need a movie to be first-person perspective to be exciting in the action genre. We needed movies to be found footage because nothing scared us anymore.
Yeah.
So I think we're not. I don't think it's. I think it's apples and oranges.
But maybe that's like. Maybe you could make that same argument for the action genre. Though.
Maybe I could, but I'm not gonna.
Nothing actions us anymore.
No, I think plenty actions us.
Do you feel
it's a weird
sufficiently actioned?
I feel sufficiently actioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. You know, they put out a trailer today.
What trailer did they put out?
Well, it was for a movie called Rogue One.
Rogue One.
A Star Wars story.
Now that's a Star Wars film.
It is.
Okay.
It's not like a sequel to one of the previously existing Star Wars.
I feel like it's a prequel to Rogue 2. Because Star Wars likes prequels.
Yeah, no, it's not. There's no Rogue 2 thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I feel like we have to get some help.
Here's $5. Go see a Star Wars.
We need some help from our resident Star Wars fanatic, Richard Whittaker here.
What's a Richard Whittaker?
Richard Whittaker.
Oh, hey, hi.
Award-winning critic.
Yeah. A credible critic in the house, everybody. Morning.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
So long. What?
Are you doing all right?
Yes, I'm fine. We're doing a show again.
We are.
Because frankly, the 10-minute vomit story, I think, was baffling.
Dude, I don't write the shows.
We're trying to be entertaining.
A friend of mine once was so drunk.
How drunk was he?
We managed to convince a taxi driver that he was brain damaged, so he wouldn't kick us out.
Wow.
Jesus.
I know, that was impressive.
So, Star Wars Rogue One.
So proud of that moment.
Alright, so let me start off by saying there's a lot of assholes out there who are presenting ideas like, oh great, so Star Wars is going to be all about just women now?
Well, hang on. Are there a lot of assholes out there doing that? Or are there a lot of websites going to Reddit and crawling through the dungeon levels of Twitter to find, like, the 20 morons who we should all be ignoring?
A valid point.
Interesting.
A valid point.
Because it's funny, because everybody's going, oh, there's all these people. And it's like, then why are you all quoting the same 15 tweets?
This is why you are voted every year as Austin's best critic, and we are drunk and doing shows at bars. So, well done, Richard, well done.
Look, here's some quotes. Another woman lead. Come on, Star Wars, be original.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. A woman lead being original happened in Force Awakens and no previous Star Wars film.
No,
so I'm gonna, just if you break it down mathematically, still fucking original.
Well, if you break it down just in terms of amount of films released every year with a female lead, it's still like...
This is the 8th Star Wars film. One of which previously, 1 of 7 was a female lead.
Yeah.
So if 2 of 8 are a female lead, that is only 25% of the movies being female led. So yeah, still pretty original. Go fuck yourself.
This is my favorite.
Carrie Fisher.
Imagine if...
Forgetting Carrie
No, I'm
Fisher.
not. No, I'm not, because she was not the lead of that movie.
This is my favorite.
She was absolutely not the lead of that movie, and you know that. Please.
Imagine a future in which Star Wars movie has a male protagonist. Go ahead, imagine it. You're not going to get one.
What? What the fuck does that even mean?
I know.
How about imagine a past where every fucking Star Wars film is in it? Are you kidding me? Go fuck yourself, Internet. This segment is going to be called Go Fuck Yourself, Internet. And this has gotten rousing support from that guy.
That guy out there is
loves what we're saying.
It's like, yeah, more woman leads in Star Wars. I'm with you,
I think
brother.
we should also consider calling this segment We're All Thinking It, I Just Read It.
Was that a Reddit pun?
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
It was a
That was
Reddit
beautiful.
pun.
I like that.
Yeah, just shut up. You were on board a second ago.
Brian breaks out the puns and
Yeah, I
goes
do.
to hell.
Yeah, it's
Hold your
whatever.
mic a little closer, if you will, to your actual mouth.
You
Push through the forest of beard and push it up there.
So this trailer, can I just say this fucking trailer for Rogue One is amazing.
Amazing.
Can I also say that they've been calling it a teaser trailer? It's 2 minutes long.
It's so
What's
good,
left to
guys.
fucking tease?
It's like
Sorry,
when there is a
that's
character.
trailer. Less than 30 seconds is a teaser. This is a trailer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just bugs me sometimes.
Spoiler alert, there is a moment in this trailer when a character runs out onto a beachhead and is greeted by no less than 4 goddamn AT-AT walkers.
Wow.
And I got a nerd boner so hard, it did not leave me for the rest of the day.
I just, and the...
It's still here, guys. This table is obscuring a lot.
I stumbled onto a conversation on Facebook where someone was arguing, oh, great. So the one Asian guy is a martial artist.
The one Asian guy who happens to be Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
Yes, I want Donnie Yen to be the martial artist. Kicking stormtroopers in the face. Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying Woody Allen isn't looking to cast Donnie Yen for
all I want to do is kick fucking stormtroopers in the face. I don't understand. They're all on my beach. What? They got these giant fucking robot dogs. I don't understand who walks these guys.
He's one of the best martial artists in the world. Of course he's going to do martial arts in that song.
Why would you hire... What, you're going to be hiring Donnie Yen to be your accountant? No, you hired Donnie Yen because he can kick people.
You know what?
In the
Donnie Yen is
face.
probably sat there going, nobody ever hires me to be an actuary. Just once. Just
one guy for the rebellion's like, I'm calculating all the risks of
I
death.
want to roll one time that I get to sit down because my knees hurt.
No.
This shit is hard on your back.
Donnie Yen, forever the martial artist.
I would like, but the funny part about it to me is like, there's one Asian guy in the whole film and he's martial artist, and I'm just like, I hate to break it to you, but one of the team is also a Chinese dude. He's not a martial artist.
Also, one of the guys in the movie is Mads
Mic
Mikkelsen.
drop.
That's good mic drop.
That's actually a mic.
So that would be like saying, because Mads Mikkelsen is in the movie, that would be like saying he has to eat people. He has to eat stormtroopers.
And he does that anyway. That's
which would be amazing.
I'm not sure that is
Can you imagine how great it would be if it was just like, I'm going to lure this stormtrooper over to my house. I have serious questions about his character. And then he fucking serves him up as a fillet.
I mean, you just had to go to Wikipedia. Jiang Wen is one of the other main cast members of this film.
He's probably sat there going,
it's like,
okay, Chris, I'm gonna stop you. You did what's called research. Internet's not interested in research. No, not at all.
just please stop jumping to conclusions because you enjoy being outraged.
Okay, because we're going to talk about outrage for a second, and people are going to be going, oh, there goes the Englishman, there goes the prequel lover. Can I say that this actually looks like a Star Wars film, which is a trick J.J. Abrams never pulled off.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
Don't go there.
Should not be a prequel defender.
Yeah, no, well, that's the thing. It actually looks like a really interesting successor to the Star Wars Rebels animated series, which makes me wonder how closely they're going to pull this stuff in.
I made that comment to Chris before we
Although
recorded.
the moment where they're kind of reversing in the laser array for the Death Star, I did actually hear in my head, beep, 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 beep. Do they have reversing lights?
You know, it makes me think of the scene in Clerks when they're talking about contractors on the Death Star. It's like, there's definitely contractors on the fucking Death Star.
That will be the last time we mention Kevin Smith in this movie.
Forever. So what were the reactions, you know what I'm interested in? What were the reactions on YouTube to the Rogue One trailer? Because I know I watched that shit over and over and over again, but
the only reaction I saw was that apparently I could earn $8,000 a day from home.
yes,
on Google.
of course. And a lot of anti-Muslim comments said nothing to do with Star Wars. So I feel like what we do a lot.
I also met a lot of fascinating Ukrainian porn bots.
Oh, of course. What we do a lot when we talk about trailers is we go to YouTube and we have to sift through this incredible nonsense of comments. And I thought about doing a segment on the show, which is basically dramatic readings of YouTube comments on major trailers. Now, we haven't had a major trailer since we came up with this idea, and now we finally have on the day we're recording the show. Yes. So I present to you the first ever dramatic readings of YouTube comments.
And let's start off with this one here by Joe S. in the voice of Christopher Walken.
Oh, Chris is going to be able, by the way, to throw various snags at me. So apparently the first one is Christopher Walken. So Joe S. says, this movie will be nothing but hype. Just like the last one, except with this one, I won't waste my money to go see it.
That's pretty good.
All right, what's the next one? Give
me time, you got a really good dance while I find another one.
There's no one better, there's no one greater. This is me vamping. No? Don't vamp? Alright, fair.
Okay, I'm just laughing at one guy who just says, a liberal paradise. What does that even mean?
I don't understand what that...
They're like, this must be just like a liberal paradise.
No. Isn't Gareth Jones making Star Wars films a liberal paradise that we will all bask in for all eternity?
I don't remember seeing a Bernie Sanders ad in the middle of this thing.
I don't remember the rebels being like, we need to steal the Death Star plans and free healthcare for everyone. That was never part of the mission that the Bothans lady gives her. That's never part of the plan in the first place.
Brandon,
maybe that's how the Empire does well. It goes to people and says, yes, okay, you'll be oppressed, but you'll get to keep your health insured.
There you go. What do we got?
Brandon Kakuta says...
Is this what?
I'm sorry, in the voice of Paul Giamatti. I'm challenging him.
What happened to my boy Tyrone? I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot.
What does that even mean?
Who's Tyrone?
I don't know. There's no Tyrone in the film.
I don't remember a Tyrone in Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't even know what just happened.
This is weird. This is very, very weird.
Yeah, it's funny. We looked at this like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Here's. I'm going to do just a dramatic random reading of Magnum Bricius, which is, "You go, girl."
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it was written in all caps. So.
Okay. The problem is all the long ones.
Yeah.
Are actually making serious.
Yeah, they're trying to actually.
Yeah,
we do not want to make serious points on this show. We've never done it before. It would be a terrible precedent to set now.
Vamp.
So I still feel like
Chris is reading slowly as always.
It's multiplying as I speak. It's like gremlins of comment sections.
Yeah, don't pour water on your computer. That'd be a terrible plan. And also, do not feed your computer after midnight, Chris.
That's true. You should not feed your computer after midnight.
All right, here we go. All right, I found a good one.
Okay.
Let's do Alan Rickman.
Jesus Christ.
With World Plus Saviors comment.
10.7 million views already. Why is it so overhyped? Why are lightsabers so revolutionary? Why are robots so attractive? Why are robots so attractive? That is on you, dude. That is on you. Okay.
Totally.
What makes a movie amazing? Please, someone with the right knowledge, explain to me the existence of Star Wars.
Is this guy obsessed by droid?
I feel like this guy really wants to fuck C-3PO.
Well, you know.
He wants to see double DPO.
That is a fine chiseled ass on that robot.
Wow. Wow, guys.
All right, so I got another one for you that you didn't originally put on the list.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jack Palance.
Dead now.
Jack Palance.
Thanks to Cargill.
Fuck you, Carter.
As this one right here.
Okay.
From Matt to Strong 12.
Donnie. Yeah. Would be like, oh, they have lightsaber. Better use my Wing Chun. What does that even mean?
That was weird.
Holy shitballs.
Kind of made me horny.
You're welcome.
That was the most disturbing moment of a disturbing show. No, this is the most disturbing moment. Cargill, your turn.
Alright, so let's just talk for a minute about the trailer itself here.
So fucking good.
First off,
fucking good.
such great cast
yeah.
in this fucking thing.
For sure.
A very well set up trailer. The very criminally underrated Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn, who is the younger version of Gary Oldman, because every movie he's in, I forget what he looks like.
Yeah.
Every movie he's in, I'm like, who's Ben Mendelsohn? Oh, he's the guy in this. I don't remember what he
Who
looks
looks like he's playing Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Who looks like fucking Gary Oldman in every movie he's in?
Maybe.
Fucking
But he doesn't have the wormy thing on his shoulder. He's not blue.
Could you guys like tone down the nerd a little bit?
No.
Okay.
What show are you on?
I thought I would ask.
But that also brings the question, there's a sequence in this where you see the two like awesome red stormtroopers that are always awesome on either side of somebody in a full robe with the hood on, bending down in front of something, and people are like, it's Darth Vader. It's like, no, Darth Vader never puts the hood over his mask.
You know,
and then people are like, oh, it's the Emperor. It's like, who would the Emperor be bending down to?
Shao Kahn.
Shaka Khan?
No, Shao Kahn is the Emperor.
What are you talking about?
We've been asking that
Mortal
question for
Kombat.
years.
Thank you, Tim.
God.
You weak, pathetic fools.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Alright, well, before we shoot first all over this table, maybe we should move on from Star Wars.
Yeah.
So we move on from Star Wars.
So actually, Richard, any last thoughts about this trailer?
Lovely. That's mainly it. It actually has the feel. The only thing when I was watching it was that there's been kind of an escalation in size of explosions, which I just think is the endemic problem in action cinema at the moment. So there's one where somebody shoots one blaster bolt, and there's this huge fucking explosion. It's like, guys, no, you kind of escalated things, and it doesn't really fit. And that was the only moment where I thought they didn't understand Star Wars. I think this is it. This is what I've said it before. When Rogue One comes out, there's going to be so many people going suddenly like, yeah, okay, movies, so I just really wanted The Force Awakens to be good. And I'm going to admit to myself now it wasn't.
No, I'm sorry.
Hilarious.
No one's in that.
No.
I just rewatched that.
Do you have any idea how many boffins I will stab in the face to see Rogue One early? I will stab so many boffins in the face.
Rogue One it looks like it's it, whereas The Force Awakens was J.J. Abrams.
All right, leave our stage.
Let's face it.
Get away from me.
Some boffins deserve to die.
Yeah, like Richard. You said British, right?
I just rewatched
No, you said
Force Awakens
Yeah.
like 2 days ago, and I was like, I liked
not
it
cool, dude.
even better the second time. I liked it even better the second time.
Yeah, I did too. I liked it better the second time, the third time, and the time
Are
that
you
I
at 4?
didn't invite Richard over to watch it.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I liked it a lot more.
No, I'm thoroughly trying by it. I thought it was wonderful.
So let's bring up our next guest.
Yes, who's that?
Our next guest is a local screenwriter. He has worked on Marvel's Doctor Strange. He is the co-host of Junk Food Cinema on FilmSchoolRejects.com. Here's your Robert Cargill.
Thank you! Robert Cargill!
I didn't know that was me, Cargill.
This is Cargill song. We play it all the time. What?
Okay, but there are 2 points we need to make before we move on.
This one and this one.
One, you were talking about Mads Mikkelsen in the last round.
Yes.
And you were mentioning it's like having Mads Mikkelsen and having to meet somebody.
Yes.
I'm going to contest that. Did we see Mads Mikkelsen in this trailer?
We did not see him in the
We did
trailer.
not see him in the trailer.
Is
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen a good guy in this movie?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Or is he cast as the bad guy in this movie?
Alright, so no, it depends on whether or not you're from Denmark. Because in Denmark, he has a long history of being in goofy comedies.
Yeah, they call it for the win mark.
No, I know. Yeah, no, he's an awesome actor. He's an awesome dude that does crazy shit. Like his last movie, Men and Chicken.
Men and Chicken.
Where he plays a chronic masturbator.
Yes, he does.
As we all do at some point.
No. A chronic masturbator who walks around the whole movie carrying a toilet paper roll because he needs to constantly clean up.
Stop masturbating.
But Mads he does crazy shit.
As we all do.
Secondly, if you're going to do dramatic readings and comments,
Yes.
we really need to do dramatic readings of porn comments on porn sites. It's just, like...
Chris, I'm gonna need you to pull up
Yeah,
my side.
no, because it's just like Christopher Walken. This girl, she made me cute.
Chris, I'm gonna need you to
What
pull
is
up
her
my side.
name?
Actually, maybe dramatic readings on the Amazon reviews of Sinister 2? Just saying. I'm just trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be funny.
Good night, everybody.
Wow.
I still haven't seen Sinister 2.
Maybe we can work something out.
Chris, neither did audiences. Don't worry about it.
Out of loyalty to you, I did not watch it.
Out of loyalty to good movies, I didn't either. But the point is, this porn
I
idea.
love you, man. I love you.
Porn idea is amazing, and I think we should follow up on it. Instead of doing trailer comments, we should do porn comments, dramatic readings. I think that's a fucking amazing idea.
There it is.
Jeff, can you recommend like 12 of your favorite porn sites, please?
The answer is
He said
yes.
yes.
No hesitation.
Just no hesitation. I thought I was putting him on the spot.
He's like, I've been waiting for this
He
day.
went to Jared.
Alright, so actually, Cargill, what I want to ask you about is, like, this past week has been a big week for Doctor Strange, which, despite the fact that
Little bit.
you wrote it,
I'm sorry, I broke Brian.
what?
I broke Brian.
Jared from Subway's a pedophile. That's what it's I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It was a multi-layered joke. So.
I'm still irritated that I'm seeing even major websites go, written by John Spates. I'm like, no. Written by C. Robert Cargill.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, well, rewritten. I mean, John Spates did write the first draft of this.
Drastically.
Thing down, flipped it, and rewrote it.
Yeah, no,
Drastically rewritten.
you haven't read it. You don't know that.
I have heard some things.
Mainly from
Some things. No, from God. I'm a prophet.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm putting it out
I'm
there.
not sitting here going, what things have you heard? Because
No idea.
we have not talked about this because I am
No, we
very,
have not.
very careful.
We have not talked about this, but I've got the impression that you had a lot more to do with this than.
But you don't do impressions.
I mean, what I can say is that I've worked on the film consistently since last January.
Okay.
So whatever a year and 3 months of work is worth to a script,
Yeah.
I did that. So, and that doesn't bother me. Like people talking about it, this experience has taught me an awful lot about being on one side of it for 10 years, being a film critic, being a film journalist.
Yeah.
I saw all the problems there. Now being on the other side and seeing just how often things are wrong, seeing where leaked information comes from these days, seeing how it all works. No, I mean it's like literally you have a thing come up where it's like, oh, all the sites are talking about an actor who is in talks on the film, and it's like, who talked? And of course, me having so many ties with the film journalist community, I'm terrified at any given moment that people are going to be like, Cargill talked. He talked to him about, no, that was his agent. He's negotiating for more money, or she's negotiating for more money. What I've learned, almost every time there's an early leak while someone's in talks, they're trying to get the internet involved and get internet buzz on them so they can go, look, the internet really wants this person as this character.
See, Chris, this is something that you are not going to appreciate at all, but athletes do this very same thing, and it's called negotiating through the press, where they will leak, like their agents will leak news like, oh, this team is interested in cutting a $40 million deal for this player, so that their current team will be like, well, I guess we should cut him a $41 million deal. It's negotiating through the press. It's never a thing that really exists.
I appreciate that exists.
Which is why news on me has always been so scattershot, because my agents and my managers keep their mouths shut so that I don't fuck this up and lose said awesome job. Awesome dream job.
I feel like that was a pointed remark, but all I can say is that I heard this from other people, not from Cargill.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Anyway, my point is they put out a bunch of new Doctor Strange pictures of them running. Although my favorite was the Photoshop one with two of the other Doctor Who guys running with him.
Oh my god, it's become its own meme in less than a day.
Oh my god, it was so awesome. Were you there in London for that shoot?
Well, the shots that came out were this weekend's shots. They were paparazzi taking photos of a street scene that took place on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
And we closed out Fifth Avenue for several hours. I wasn't there. We talked about me being there, but it was one of those things where it's like, there's no dialogue in this sequence.
You don't have to write footstep.
I'll tell you, action scenes, the days that we shot action scenes, because I was there for most of the filming. When days of action scenes, because me and Scott have a very close working relationship. We made 2 films together now, where he was director. And, there's a lot of times where he'll turn to me, and if he's feeling that something's not working, he'll turn to me and he'll trust me to go, okay, what are we missing? Or he'll turn to me and go, what do you think? And with this movie, he would turn to me on action scene days and go, what do you think? And I'm just like, it was awesome. I felt like Chris.
A kid jerking off in a candy store.
No. What was the SNL guy, Chris
Farley?
Chris Farley with the Chris Farley show. Where
Remember when you were in the Beatles?
Remember when you were in the Beatles? That was awesome. And I was just like, hey, remember that time where Benedict Cumberbatch did that thing in the action scene? Yeah, that was awesome. Like it was. There were days where you would feel like that, and it's hard not to. And I wasn't alone. Like the crew, everyone that works on Marvel films because they love fucking comic books and they love fucking Marvel movies. And so there's this palpable geekdom on set. Whatever. Like the first time Benedict walked into set in his full costume with the cloak of levitation, everyone on set was just like, and that's what you saw this weekend, where people saw the saw the costume and they're
Looking at those pictures with the eye of Agamotto on his chest, and you're just like, oh, get cousin.
Agamotto, by the way, is
those are paparazzi photos taken with a telephoto lens from a ways away.
Yeah.
Imagine how intricate some of those costumes are. You have not seen the threading on the Cloak of Levitation. You have not seen just how ornate the Eye of Agamotto is. You've seen it as good as you can get from a paparazzi photo. When you see that shot on 70 millimeter, oh my god.
They're shooting on 70mm?
Wait, seriously?
Oh shit, guys! One of us.show exclude, because I've not heard that.
No, I think we've talked about that in other places. No, because I saw it reported. Because it was reported.
I have never seen that.
I'm gonna call it an exclude.
well,
I'm calling it an exclude right now because I've not seen that anywhere.
It was actually I read it in several articles because it showed up in Nepal.
In the Nepal online movie sites.
No, because the first time anything leaked, the first time anything got out there was when we shot in Nepal.
SurefireSherpa.com.
I'm going exclusive. I'm using the short version.
But I will. You guys are really excited. We did not shoot the whole film on 65mm. However, we used.
Don't care. Exclude. 70mm Doctor Strange shot it.
You guys getting so excited? Somebody is going to go. Cargill's talking.
I'm sorry.
And then they're
I'm sorry. If
oh,
LMA can just make shit up and call it an exclusive, I'm gonna call this an exclusive.
But no, we did not shoot the whole film on that, but there are things that are shot in that.
That's amazing.
And
that's amazing.
Just the film. I mean, we have an amazing cinematographer in Ben Davis. I mean, this is a guy who not only shot Guardians of the Galaxy, but did a film that I know is close to the three of our hearts, Layer Cake. When I found that out, I geeked the hell out on Ben because I'm like, oh my god, you shot Layer Cake. He was like, oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Layer Cake was awesome.
Layer Cake is awesome. So this film looks gorgeous. And you have seen the bare minimum of how gorgeous this film is going to be by seeing those costumes.
So let me ask you this question, Cargill. So the other thing that came out this week, which was making the rounds everywhere, is Benedict Cumberbatch walking into a comic book shop, dressed as Doctor Strange, talking with customers, buying comic books, buying Doctor Strange comic books. Is this a situation where he is doing his best to virally promote the film, or is Benedict Cumberbatch just that much of a geek like the rest of us that he was just like, I don't own these comic books yet, I don't care that I'm dressed like this, I'm still going to walk into this comic book store. Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you that I know that they did it kind of on a look.
Okay.
That it was, they were shooting near a comic book store, and Scott was like, dude, we should totally go into a comic book store and pick up some comics. And Ben was just like, yes, let's do it. Yeah, Ben is nerdy as hell.
First of all, Cargill calls him Ben, which I think is absolutely adorable.
I'm sorry, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ben. Benny Cumby.
Well, it's better than he said, Will Dict.
Dicto. Benedicto.
No, and the thing is, one of the things he bought was a comic that I know he has. So, but it was with Doctor Strange on the cover. So he's like, well, I've got to have. I know that he at least has it digitally. I know that he's read it because everyone was sent a whole stack of comics digitally. A whole mess of us went out and just bought a bunch of stuff. I know that when we were first pitching it, I bought a stack of collections. I have a big pile of Doctor Strange graphic novels in my office that I worked off of the entire time. But like one of the things he bought was The Oath, and I'm like, that's funny. I know me and Ben sat down and had me and Ben. Me and Mr. Cumberbatch sat down and had a long conversation. Actually, here's the thing: it's either. Like, he's actually fine with either. Like Ben or Benedict, we had a long conversation with that because for a long time he was calling me Robert.
When you're cradling my balls, call me Ben.
Here's a true story. He called me Robert every once in a while, and people would pull him aside and go,
"Who the fuck is Robert?
He prefers Cargill."
Who the fuck is Robert?
His name is Robert. See Robert Cargill.
You are Chris Robert Cargill.
I don't understand that.
So why would you pick Robert instead of Chris?
Because I'm C. Robert Cargill. So on everything that he has, it's my chair there, actually my chair just said Cargill, but on the script, everything. So he was like, oh, I'll call him Robert, and we got along really well. But he would call me Robert, and people would pull him aside and go, Ben, he prefers Cargill. And so we were talking one time, and I was like, hey, what do you prefer? What do you prefer I call you? Should I call you Ben? Should I call you Benedict? He goes, literally, either works. He goes, either works. I'm fine with either. Some people in my life call me Ben, some call me Benedict. I'm fine. Whatever you're most comfortable with, call me. And I'm like, okay, you mind if I call you Ben? He goes, no, not at all.
Now, when you call him Ben, then he ends up putting a lightsaber right through your chest.
And then he goes, so, you know, this is a sticking point for me. He goes, what do you prefer to be called? And I said, well, I prefer to be called Cargill. And he goes, I've been calling you Robert. And I'm just like, I know.
Did you also take a drink after you said that?
Right there.
Yes.
I know.
And so for that,
And then he went,
so for that moment on, he called me Cargill. And that was how that started. But yeah, no.
I forget sometimes that you have names other than Cargill.
yeah, me too.
You forget.
I forget that.
Imagine you're in a room with Benedict Cumberbatch.
I imagine that every day.
And he just calls you by a name that nobody else calls
Dude,
you.
we literally lived together for like 2 years, and I still forget that we have the same first name.
Oh, you.
I still forget. I was like, oh yeah, we do have the same
We have the
first
same first name.
Yeah.
I just don't use it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those weird
Because I'm
things.
slumming.
The first time or two that people get to know me, they're like, call him by his last name, really? And they're like, dude, his wife calls him that, it's totally cool. And they're like, okay. And then 3 or 4 times in, they think it's weird when somebody says Chris, and they're like, who's Cargill?
Will you do me a favor? Will you show up every week so that we can rename this the Benedict Cumbercast? Because I would love to just do for an hour stories about Benedict Cumberbatch.
All right, so I actually
Getting my
want
name wrong.
I actually want to, as much as I'm so grateful for you being here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, is this where you kick me the fuck off?
It is. I want to bring Jeff up to stage.
Jeff who?
Yeah, no, Jeff has to come up to the stage.
Jeff is saying,
come on, Jeff, come on, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's Jeff.
There we go.
This is Professor Jeff.
Here we go.
hi, everybody.
Here
Thank you,
we go.
Cargill.
Thank you, Cargill.
Oh, wait, before we have Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Next week, April 12th,
yeah.
the new Doctor Strange trailer drops. Oh, wait, can I borrow you guys for one more moment?
Do it. This is a TV. It's going to fall on my head if I keep hitting it. Sorry.
I was going to talk about a second thing from the Rogue One trailer that I wanted to bring up. Here's something I'm really, really excited about what the Rogue One trailer is bringing us. So between The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and the book Aftermath, we have now a major mainstream series with major female, gay, and minority characters.
Yeah?
Where
Definitely.
the white guys are all kind of fading, the white heterosexual guys are fading to the back, which I think I cannot wait to start having these conversations, because working in Hollywood, it's like, hey, can we make this character a woman? Well, there's only 4 women that can open a movie, and this budget isn't going to be able to afford any of them. I've had that conversation in the room. Can we make this character, can we get an African-American actor or actress for this role? And it's like, well, yeah, but there's only a few of them that can open a movie, and they're not going to want to do it for this budget. I love the fact that we are building up a whole new roster of people who are going to be big stars that will be able to open movies. Like the first time that we could say, hey, can we cast Daisy in this movie?
Yeah.
And people would go, oh, from Star Wars, I hope she's available.
Oh, she's in negotiations for Tomb Raider right now.
I mean, oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. And this is going to open a lot of doors. Now the problem is, the first few times I'm going to have these meetings, they're going to go, well, that works if you're Star Wars, but we're not Star Wars. But this is really opening the door for 3-4 years down the road of being able to have these conversations in rooms and having people go, oh, who could we get? Could we get John Boyega for this role?
Yeah.
Can we change this character to be
Changing
black?
the
That would be
nature.
awesome.
Truth, bro.
Changing the nature of the conversation, where it's like there is no assumptions about what race or gender these characters have to be.
I remember
Where no one is arguing about it. There aren't 1,000 people on YouTube going, whatever.
because the thing is you need the examples that work. I remember I was on one movie, I won't say what movie it was, but we were talking about a character, and
It was the remake of Debbie Does Dallas.
we were talking about, wait for the comments so you can do dramatic reading. We were talking about changing the character to be black, and everyone was like, well, why would you do that? And I was like, because we'd really like Idris Elba. And then everyone in the room went, Oh.
But that's the whole thing. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
What
for
difference
sure,
does it
for sure.
fucking make?
Well, because
Unless you're casting someone who is the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, I'm not really sure what the problem is.
Because everyone cares about making their money back.
Yeah.
Everybody cares about profitability, and they care about names that can help the movie open.
Yeah.
And when we have audiences that are willing to see female characters in movies, and willing to see more black actors in movies, and willing to see gay leads in movies where the movie isn't about them being gay, all of a sudden we completely open the door to changing the entire makeup of how Hollywood works. I love that all of the producers of Star Wars have gotten behind this to the point that
In a big way.
yeah,
For sure,
and,
for sure.
and notably through their force for change. So I think that's really exciting. It allows us to do stuff like what we did on Doctor Strange. It allows us to do bigger stuff in the future. So I'm really excited about it. I'm sorry I hijacked a little bit.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I was just seeing this trailer today, and I'm like, this is what I'm getting excited about. I'm getting excited about the fact that by having these examples, we can actively change Hollywood and get more of this talent in there that has been neglected and we haven't been allowed to use.
See Robert Cargill, everybody. I love
See
it.
Robert Cargill.
I love it. Love it. Well done.
Thank you,
Well said.
brother.
Well said, for sure.
And now introducing to the stage
For the first time ever,
Professor Jeff.
I don't understand this setup. Is this the kids' table over here?
No. Usually we're in the other room.
And we're still having guests sit lower than us.
You're sitting in the other room. This was a desperation move.
Can I get the stuffing, please? I want some cranberries.
All right, so there's
Hey, Richard, come up here and do I want some cranberries in a really pathetic British voice for me.
Well, you
please, you're a professional.
Urchin up?
I want some cranberries. See, that was perfect.
Just because he's British, you think he's an urchin?
Yes.
Turns out he's an urchin. That's why he's a fucking urchin. Get out of here! Get out of here, orphan! You Dickensian, you disgust me.
You're in America now. We hate poor children.
You disgust me. Yeah.
I think you guys,
It's a terrible show.
you've been ignoring like the most excellent thing of all time all night.
Wait, what is that?
The Blizzard trailer for Overwatch called Alive.
Don't know what that is.
Haven't
Is that
even
a
seen
thing?
it. Haven't even seen it. Bunch
No.
of movie guys over here. Don't know nothing about video
Yes.
games.
I'm sorry we're a bunch of movie guys on this movie podcast.
Don't know nothing about video games. Nothing at all. Nothing at
No,
all.
I know about Until Dawn.
Oh, yes, you do.
And I know that is a game that you play through a slasher film.
Yes.
That is interesting.
You want to give that game a score?
You know what?
You wanna-
After
do
we
you wanna-
finish it,
you finish
I'm
it
going
out?
to give it an 8.
You give it an 8 out of 10?
I'm going to give it an 8 because
That's solid.
of the solid conceptual conceit of every time you play that game, it can be different. And you could play that game 100 times, and the outcome could be different every
And
time.
I really want to play it again and get all
I feel
of
like
those
our
asshole
next
kids
sequential should be that game again.
just a second time.
Yes, we should just play that game again.
We're just going to try to get them all killed
Yes.
as fast as
Play
humanly
that
possible.
game again, making completely different decisions in
Okay.
the choose your own adventure slasher.
Yes.
And we should just keep playing that game
Yes.
until we've accomplished every conceivable outcome for the character.
Okay, so for the next 6 years, Brian and I are going to be playing Until Dawn
Fuck,
every
did I just
Saturday.
commit myself to a 6-year contract
Yes.
to Rage Select?
Yeah.
Damn it.
A verbal contract is binding in the state of Texas, all right?
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely
All right, so I
That's
got
it.
this message from Richard, who's on stage recently.
Why is Richard still involved in this? He's done.
Apparently,
Go home.
There, you're getting text messages.
Go home, you fucking lawn gnome.
that apparently there is Tetris-based literary porn.
That lines up. Sure, I can see it.
That
I
gives
can see-
whole new meaning to cock blocking.
So I think you're going to have to read one in a character.
All right, which character?
But pick one here. Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester
Mark
Stallone.
Wahlberg.
Am I reading
No,
this
Mark
one?
Wahlberg.
Mark
Wahlberg.
Funky Bunch. Give me that
All
Amazon
right,
review.
which one am I reading?
Tetris-based erotica.
Which review am I reading? All right, so I'm reading. I'm reading
Read a really
reviews.
serious one that's not at all funny.
I am reading reviews of Tetris-based erotica as Mark Wahlberg. You're welcome, internet.
As it was meant to be.
All I have to say is, one woman, 3 blocks, Tetris. I don't know why you would get the writer for this idea, but it's definitely interesting. Was this review helpful to you? Say hi to your mother for me.
It was.
Was this review helpful for
It
you?
was helpful for me.
Was it helpful?
Yeah. Your block walked right into my block.
Oh, you doing good? You doing good,
Yeah, I'm
bro?
doing good.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay away from comms, bro.
I appreciate it. Oh, I see why you ordered
look,
a
there's a
pizza.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at that. I didn't know it. Who the fuck?
That's not my pizza.
That's, I assume
not my
it was yours. I didn't order it.
All right, we're eating this
Pizza.
pizza.
Woo!
Free pizza! Yeah! We don't know who ordered this pizza, but we're gonna eat the fuck out of it.
So, Jeff, the reason I called you up there is because
Okay.
I think that you're a fan of the Bill
Pizza.
and Ted's movies.
Oh, pizza.
Bill and Ted movies.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
Absolutely greatest films ever made in the history of all
They're
mankind.
awesome, right?
Citizen Kane can suck a dick. Bill and Ted for life. I don't know what you're talking
First of
about.
all, as a film critic, let me just say, Citizen Kane can suck a dick.
It really can.
I do not like Citizen Kane.
Look, I understand all the reasons.
Oh yeah, I said it. I said it. I said it. I'm racist?
Wrong.
It's full of white people. How am I racist?
You are racist.
There's literally not.
You heard this guy. He
I'm
talks
sorry.
like Marky
There's not an
Mark.
ethnic
He likes
character.
pizza. He's the whitest man you've ever seen.
How dare you say that to me? I will
Alan,
fucking.
were you doing Alan Rickman?
No, that's Morgan Freeman.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, let me narrate for you all of the things that happened.
Do it while you're eating pizza like a ventriloquist dummy. Like the pizza's in your mouth and then Morgan Freeman's coming out
I'm
of
going to tell you all the things that happened.
That sounds like
That's
Morgan
not-
Freeman's
that's
eating
not
pizza.
what-
That's
This is a
because
new
Morgan
feature for your
Freeman-
website is Morgan Freeman eats a pizza.
How did we get to fucking like?
Where you sit down with
my
a large...
question is, how do we get to episode 3 of the show without coming up with a segment, Morgan Freeman eats
So it's a
pizza?
large Pizza Hut stuffed crust, and then it's just Morgan Freeman's
Well, you
like,
can get busy delivering or get busy DiGiorno.
pepperoni is delicious. I love it so
It
much.
might be surprising to a lot of people out there,
Fine.
but Keanu Reeves is still a big fan of Bill and Ted's. He's like, I loved making those films.
Can I say something
And
about
he's
Keanu
still
Reeves?
good friends with Alex Winter. who
Keanu
played
Reeves
the-
is one of the most surprisingly smart celebrities I've ever met.
Oh yeah,
That guy is he's a secret Mensa, like he's a secret smarty.
you're right.
That guy, in an interview I did with him,
Secret smart.
he was like, he's dropping knowledge in a way that I'm like, how are you Keanu Reeves and you're dropping this shit on us?
Yeah,
How is that possible?
he's a Buddhist man.
He's he's very versatile because if I'm understanding correctly, he's a cat now.
No, that's a Key and Peele movie called Keanu.
Oh, that's not
nothing to do with Keanu Reeves.
I thought he was literally the greatest actor of our generation. I saw a trailer. I was like,
I mean, he might
it looks
be.
like a real cat.
Not even associated.
Okay.
He
So,
does have cat-like qualities.
well, what do you want to know about Bill and Ted?
Well,
Yeah, what's going on? I mean, finish the story.
It's kind of a-
Finish the fucking story,
the
Chris.
last like 5 years,
Okay.
both Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves has gone, we are going to totally do Bill and Ted's 3. And no one has believed them.
Okay.
No one.
For obvious reasons.
Like, I've gone.
There's
yeah,
also going to be an Akira movie. I don't know if you know this. No, it's filming next month. It's starting filming next month.
That is
It's the
a
best movie
nerdy
of all
joke.
time.
Dropping the nerd references.
Hey.
Well, last month Keanu Reeves updated saying that the movie was close but not closer. And Alex Winter just said, it's looking good. This is Hollywood, so I don't believe it's happening until it's coming out on VOD. But we're all working on the film every day at the moment in terms of the pre-prep type work. So it's an active project. Hopefully we'll be shooting it shortly. Hopefully it's the end of this year, possibly 2017.
So wait. So what Keanu Reeves said,
It was shot on 70mm already.
shut the One of us, that Joe exclusive. So what Keanu Reeves is saying is that it is almost done filming, but will not have Natalie Portman as a stripper.
I think that's
It's
what he
close
said.
but not
I think
closer.
that's self-evident.
It's close but not
That's what he's
closer.
Dude, that was
You don't get to boo. You haven't been paying attention to 90% of the show. You don't get to boo
saying. Oh
now.
my God.
That was a long
You don't
way
get
to
to
go.
boo now.
I'm not. I don't want to be on the episode where you fight the crowd. That's,
I want to see that too. I'm not getting
I would get up, but it is very this. I can't get out of this.
I
desk.
love you, man, more than almost anything, but I'm not getting your back on this.
I'm just saying, I could fight that guy.
So, wait,
I know you can.
Hey,
stop for just a
Hannah,
second?
can I eat this pizza? No one knows who ordered it.
Can I stop for?
Did he just say
Oh, it just
fight?
comes
'Cause
with
it
a
didn't
picture?
sound
Right.
like he said fight.
No, wait. Hold on for a second.
She said it just comes with the picture.
No. That's cool. I understand.
Yeah, it does.
But I'd like you to hold this pizza up because this pizza has been ordered. It's like if you call Domino's, this pizza's like, hey man, can I get like a personal pepperoni, 3/4 pepperoni, and 1/4 shot
Where
of
is this coming
mushroom?
from? Oh,
Hey,
no, fuck you. So this
I'm
shot.
sorry. I'm sorry to keep jumping in, but did you guys not read the website where you get a free pizza?
No, it was supposed. First of all,
It's $1 pizza.
back burner.
It's a
back fucking burner, guys. Somebody just ordered us a shot for whoever's the strongest.
You're the strongest.
I love how you've elected yourself.
I'm a weak person, spiritually and physically.
Cheers to that guy, who I think probably ordered this for us.
To be
Yes.
fair, he bought me 2 beers earlier, so
He's just
fair.
trying to liquor you. To be fair,
Beat you up in the parking lot
I am a
later.
fucking alcoholic, so yeah, I'm gonna drink.
Look,
Now eat this pizza and we're gonna time you.
All right, cool.
so
Go.
go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were terrible.
you already lost. You already lost.
This is the worst contest I've ever been in.
Jeff.
What?
Yeah.
Professor Jeff.
All right, so tell me about Bill and
What
Ted
do you
again.
feel about being a third Bill and Ted's movie?
Okay, so I've heard a thing about this movie. And I can't tell you where I've heard it.
Yeah.
But I love the idea that Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters,
Yeah. Winter.
Bill, are now like in their late 30s, early 40s,
Yeah.
and the George Carlin rock and roll future has not come to pass.
That's not
George
happening.
Carlin's
Yeah.
dead.
Right.
Everything
And-
I've heard is that like they're there, they're the age they should be super celebrities, and
Yes.
it never happened.
Yes, and it's just the Fury Road now, so they have to jump between the different cars,
Yeah.
and then the ski mask, right? Hockey mask. But no, I like the idea of if you want to make another Bill and Ted movie, acknowledge the fact that these guys are now older, and
Yeah.
don't try to like CGI Ant-Man them into being 22 and make it like 1989, right, or 91.
No, totally agreed. I think that it's kind of a brilliant move for. I mean, even like career-wise for Keanu Reeves to go like, I've always loved playing this character.
Can I tell you about one of the greatest moments of my career?
No, you need
I was at Fantastic
right now,
No,
you need
no,
to eat
no.
Eat this
no,
mushroom
no,
piece.
no, no.
Take this one mushroom.
So Fantastic Fest in Austin has this event called the Fantastic Debate, where where people get into a ring and they debate each other behind podiums the way you did in high school, but when they can't settle it, they fight each other in a boxing ring. It's amazing.
They take it out in the parking lot.
It's amazing.
Okay.
There was one year where both Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter were there for different films. And I'm backstage because I was somebody's corner man. And I look to my left, and there's Keanu Reeves showing up for Top Man of Tai Chi. And I look to my right, and there's Alex Winter showing up for the piano. And I'm like, grand piano. And unintentionally, they had orchestrated a Bill and Ted reunion that happened backstage without either one of them
So,
acknowledging it. I was just like, Bill, Ted, Bill, Ted, Bill, Ted. And I came in my pants.
Did you have to cut Ted? You said he was corner man, right?
I was not Ted's corner man.
Cut me, Brian.
He wasn't like, I know Kung Fu, but
Right.
cut me. No,
Yeah.
that did not happen.
Okay.
Mention that they were cornermen.
They were both cornermen.
What does that mean?
They were
Just cry in the corner?
the two people fighting were yes.
I have to interject with fact here.
Oh, for fuck's
just to
sake.
make you feel really depressed and old. Alex Winter is 50,
Oh my God, Alex Winter is 50.
and Keanu Reeves, who looks better than all of us, is 51. You all look so sad right
Thanks for
now.
bringing us down, British asshole.
Did everyone forget that the 80s were 30 fucking years ago?
Apparently so.
Apparently we're like concluding with a big musical number.
I don't know. Will you go away?
I was
Will you
asked up
just
here
go away with your
to give my
Celsius
opinion
and
about
your
Bill and Ted.
kilometers and all your other bullshit?
I would love, in this particular day and age of gritty Batman and Superman, respectively, to have a movie where Keanu Reeves just stands up and says, "Be excellent to each other." As a thing.
excellent to each other.
Yes, I don't want Christian Bale to say it wouldn't work, right? You know, or bogus. Okay, I kind of wanted to see this movie more and more.
Excellent to each other.
Hold on, mash it time.
Station.
Batman versus
Oh,
Superman
good for you, Station.
versus Station.
When did this show turn into a Death Block reunion?
When did the show turn into everyone takes the mic away from Jeff?
I'm literally like a human mic stand at this point.
Look at my jar.
I have one arm out like this, and you know.
Jeff, tell us about the website you run.
It's called BrianIsAwesome.com.
That it fucking well should be.
It's
called, but
mostly
not.
about how fast Brian can eat a personal pan pizza.
Fuck
but-
you. You know what was faster? All the booze I drank. So
Okay.
fuck you and your,
All right.
I can witness that.
your pizza-elitism.
Okay. It's called Rage Select. Go see it. That guy's on there. This is C. Robert Cargill. He plays Pokemon. He likes Pokemon an awful lot. Richard Whitaker's on there. He played a game called Lucius 2 with me. Boom. Brian Salisbury's on there. He played a game called Until Dawn.
I'm still not on that.
Chris Cox is not on there.
I don't know why.
Because we have the deep personal beef over the rap battle
We
in the
live like
80s.
8 blocks from each other.
Ever since you took me down on 8 Mile, I just can't be in the same room as you, so I'm just going to lay this microphone down and leave now.
Mom, spaghetti.
Thanks, everybody.
Spaghetti.
I totally hip-hop crushed that.
Spaghetti.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of this week's episode
Say it ain't so.
of One of Us Done Show.
Say it ain't. Oh, wow, this guy's very sad that we're wrapping up.
No, we are wrapping up though.
Okay,
we got to. It's been an hour.
If you want us to keep going, buy this guy's shot.
Well, yes, that'll happen.
Buy this guy's shot, we'll keep going. It's going. It's happening.
Oh shit! No, we're not still going. We're not still going. We can't still going. Keep going. Cargill's checking out the videos. Is the video okay, Cargill?
There are 3 people out there.
Well, thanks for that, Dick.
New record!
Get out of here! All of you. All right, well, let's wrap this up before we get better. So
please come down to see us at Mr. Tramps, 11:30 every Thursday night.
You get a free pizza with your picture.
I'm not sure that's true.
No, it literally just happened right here. Literally right here.
It's $1.
Well, they fucking paid it for me. They paid it forward. They paid it pizza.
Thank you for joining us once again
They pizzaed it forward.
for One of Us Dot Show.
just doing
Someday we'll be famous.
Yeah, well, someday we won't be famous. But we will still be here. So thank you for joining us. Follow us on Twitter at OneOfUsNet. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/OneOfUsNet. We'll see you next week. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Shots actually came.
Shut it down.
Hannah knows that when shots come about, there is...
Hannah, we might need another minute or two.
No, he's gonna do this one with you.
You said just you.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Do it.
I already got that part one. Also,
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Yes, say something.
blank just came. That's like my Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
Do you know
Fair
what?
enough.
This guy has won the prize this week.
Yeah? Whatever.
Every week,
forgot about the
But
prize.
guys, every week we
have
do
a
the worst prize ever.
We have an actual prize.
The worst asshole you meet. The worst asshole you meet every week.
No.
It's random. It's random.
So the worst prize ever is something we do every week to the most active fan.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
And this week you've won it, and it is French Connection 1 and 2 on VHS. You have won French Connection 1.
Oh my god. What do you have to say?
Wait. Let me smell it.
I love that he's checking out.
Let me smell it. You don't know a good VHS until you. Oh, Jesus.
Right?
Literally just sniffed it. It was
You just
awesome.
sniffed the VHS, which
I'm
is
actually-
the most erotic thing that's
I'm
happened.
actually kind of excited.
This is the most erotic thing that's happened on the show so far.
I'll be in my bunk.
All right.
I'll be seeing you there in a bit.
What's your name, sir? Timbo, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for getting us shots. We appreciate it.
No, just him.
Well, you got me one too early.
Well, no, I got one for the strongest.
Well, that
just
was
sort of-
me. That was me.
I mean, you sort of accepted it without any sort of contest.
No, but I am the strongest. It's true. Kumite, motherfucker. Kumite!
Yeah.
I'm just
The strongest doesn't feel need to argue.
do it. Drink that shot. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next week.
Next week.
We will not be any more sober.